Hey Curse Breakers, how's it doing? It's your girl Prophetess Leandria. I'm here to come and talk to you all about a story. I want to give this story, and it's a testimony additional to some instructions that God has given me right now in this season. But the reason I have to give this is because it's going to help some individuals when it comes to their spiritual walk with God. When I was about the age of 16, 14 years old, I remember traveling out of state from Michigan and South Carolina. I went into prayer and I told the Lord, I said, God, I'm requiring myself, well, not requiring, I'm desiring to go to the state of South Carolina. I end up getting a call from my aunt. Whew. And when I got this call from my aunt said, I need somebody to drive to South Carolina with me because I'm going to live. Now, me knowing this aunt, I used to be like not even wanting to be around her for real. It wasn't her. It wasn't me. It was just my spirit wasn't comfortable being around her. And so I said, okay, I'll drive because I'm trying to get there anyway. So, long story short, we got there. There was a man by the name of Prophet Bishop H. Walker. He's a older prophet in the city was Spartanburg, South Carolina. And he prayed for her one day on a church event at his, and he called me up, and Prophet knew that me and God walked together, and he called me up. He said, hey, I just want to let you know to stay away from your aunt and from your cousin. I didn't understand why. I was still a baby saint growing in God. God was still giving me experience spiritually, naturally, just everything all around the board. So I sat there and I asked myself, I said, why would Prophet H. Walker tell me to stay away from my people? So I remember that day, I was driving down Asheville Highway. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm yawning because I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. So excuse me. But I had been up, that day, I was driving down Asheville Highway in Spartanburg, South Carolina, passing my first cousin's home. And I said to myself, I said, dang, I want to go over there. But Prophet H. Walker told me, don't go over there. So I'm just going to go ahead home and just listen to the prophet. Realize, y'all, I never even understood why the Lord was keeping me from up over there. So, boom. Long story short, I laid down that night and the Lord began to show me myself. I was driving on Asheville Highway, getting ready to make a right-hand turn and go into my cousin's home. Well, I thought I was in a dream. It was a prophetic dream. Next thing you know, a big fat tree fell in front of my car in the prophetic dream. That was the Lord's way of telling me, do not go over there. So, moving forward, I listened to the way of the Spirit, the Holy Ghost, and I told Prophet my dream too. Me and him discussed, you know what I saw. He said, yeah, don't go over there. Realized he never told me why still. You know kids. I was young. I was a young teen. So, us as kids, we always want to know why. We don't know how to just listen, right? Y'all. My cousin ain't do nothing but call me over the phone when I answered the phone. So when I answered the phone, I said, yeah, Prophet told me I can't talk to y'all. I said, I don't know, but something going on. But y'all okay? And she said, yeah, I'm okay. Don't tell me none Prophet talking about. I don't want to hear none Prophet talking about. Prophet, me and Prophet into it right now. I said, oh, okay, because that was her father. So I said, all right, well, I'm going to get on off the phone, right? Y'all, that night I laid down. I remember the time was going back. Wintertime. And when I woke up out of my sleep, drowsy. Eyes just drowsy. And I seen something I seen an individual walk into my room. But see, because I'm a visionary too, I have visions too. I didn't know if it was through the vision or if it was naturally when I saw it, right? And entire time it was a vision of me seeing a spirit walk into my room. And I'm talking to the spirit thinking it's my cousin because Prophet H. Walker, he's a blessed man of God, owns property and stuff. So sometimes his spoiled daughter would use one of his houses to wash clothes and stuff at. And I lived in one of his homes. So I ain't thinking of nothing. I just was like, you know, cousin, I know you here to wash your clothes. I'm going back to lay down with this and that. Well, I lay back down. The Lord said no. He said, get up. That is not your cousin. And when I got up, I seen this demon on my floor, across my bed, rocking back and forth back to the floor because the demon was bothering me. I could not rest. So when I got up, I still was like, I said, Diamond, what is you doing on my floor at this time of night, this time of morning? It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you on my floor. That demon looked at me and it smiled. Let me tell y'all something. I tried to cast this demon away. A lot of people always ask, oh, why do you need the Spirit of the Holy Ghost? I don't believe in tongues, but baby, guess what? If you ain't got the Spirit of the Holy Ghost when it comes to praying them demons off, you're not going to have no power to do it. And guess what? I did not have no power to do it. So I ended up calling Bishop, you know, after being up all night wrestling with this demon, because I had no power. And I remember when I was praying against this demon literally, like, it started hopping off 2 feet. But like both of his legs were side to side, like it was hopping, like it was like a clown or something, and it was laughing. And I remember when this demon put his hand behind his back and came back out with a magic trick and put it had and it came out with a big old king chair, like it was a magic trick. And when I seen that, I said, "Oh, I see this is a witchcraft demon." I knew exactly what type of demon it was, and I called Apostle. I was not apostle, because he wasn't an apostle at the time. He was a prophet, but he was a bishop. I called Prophet H. Walker, and I said, Bishop, I need you to come over here right now. I said, because I ain't got no power. And he said, he started going off on me. He said, ooh, he said, you disobedient. He said, I told you, do not talk to them at all. I said, Prophet, I didn't talk to him. I said, no, I didn't say that. I said, Prophet, I didn't go over there. I said, but I didn't know a demon can come through the phone. I said, I didn't even know what was going on. You didn't tell me. He said, your auntie been playing with them psychics and she talked to the wrong psychic. And that psychic had a demonic, strong demon on them. And it jumped on her. And now she up over there with her daughter. And now it's on her daughter. And I said, oh. I said, well, you got to come up here and pray. He came over there, prayed for the house. He called an emergency to all the deacons, all the ministers, all that. Now, the story that I just gave y'all, right? Within the last 2 weeks, I thought my mind was going crazy. I didn't understand. I didn't really think it was going that crazy, but I knew something was going on. Because last week, I ended up changing my phone number. And it was like I was operating. It was like I wasn't even operating in my own body. Let me say it that way. It was like the glory just took over me and just started making decisions like, this what you gonna do. It was all about force. Like I just woke up one day and changed my number, did everything. It was like I did everything that I did was prophetic, and I didn't understand it. So I asked myself, I told God the other day, I said, God, I said, why do you have me alone right now? Like, what's going on? And I'm going to go pick up a friend from work. I'm sitting outside they break. And I literally see, I fall asleep. I end up falling asleep because I had been going to the gym so hard. 4 a.m. in the morning, going to exercise. So I ended up falling asleep. And when I ended up falling asleep, it was like God took me right into the spirit immediately. And I saw this demon. Well, I won't say I saw it, but I heard it and I discerned it. He took me to a room where I could hear footprints. It was a demon upside down walking on the wall. And I can hear the footprints. And I could see the stairs that were on the ceiling. And when I saw the last step, I was looking at the last step trying to see, okay, where is it at on the wall? As I could hear it. But when it got to the last step, I no longer had footprints, so I knew that the demon was standing right there. And then it was like the demon just jumped down. So I told myself, I said, I got to go deeper into consecration because I got to understand what's going on. Who is this demon? Where is it coming from? What kind is it? Last night, I'm up. Prophetic dream. The Lord showed me the demon. And it was as if I seen someone praying for someone that did not have a full deliverance. And because they did not have a full deliverance, the demon was lingering. But at the same time, it was trying to hide from being seen. But it caught my eyes. And in the realm of the spirit, when I looked at the individual, I saw the demon on them. And I said, come out now. And I challenge you to come out. That's what I said. And I felt the authority of God on me in this prophetic dream. Because when I looked at it, when I said it, it immediately began to throw up. But the Lord began to show me how someone had went into deliverance and they did not have a full deliverance. So because that person did not have a full deliverance, we got a demon on the loose. So the Lord said, this is why I shut your phone down. He has shut my phone down. He has made me change my number. He said he was protecting me. Some of y'all is going to have to learn how to listen to God in this season. Because it's going to be you and God on your daily salvation. It ain't going to be you, God, the pastor and the first lady. It ain't going to be you, God, in the people of the church and the first lady. It ain't going to be you, God, and the ministers. It's going to require a deeper yes. I'm telling y'all, the Lord saved me. He covered me. I had no idea that it was a demon even on the loose. I didn't see it. I didn't sense it. None of that. So the Lord told me this morning, 4 a.m., I got to stay away from a few individuals. Because they don't even know. Oh, yeah, they don't even know that it's a demon on the loose. And it's going to take for somebody who got the power to cast it out. And even now, literally, as I begin to start speaking in tongues, I can literally see the demon roaming. You know, some stuff God will say, okay, go ahead and cast it out. And then sometimes God will say, not this one. He'll let you know when you can't handle this one, not this one. So you know what I did? I dusted my feet off. I obeyed. See, Prophetess Leandria not acting funny, y'all. I'm obeying my Father. My Father is protecting me right now. And it's going to require a deeper yes even when it comes to my Father. And I'm saying this for people that's listening up under my voice. This season, it's going to require a deeper yes. It's not gonna make sense to other people. It ain't gonna make sense to other people because it ain't meant to make sense. It ain't meant to. It ain't meant to at all. Just as long as it makes sense to you. Because who was for is you. Who the word was for was you. The instructions was for you. It wasn't for nobody else.